And welcome to the second game of the 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I'm Tyler Wagner.
And I'm Ed Gargas.
And we're also going to be along with Haley Stockton on camera. And also Rick DePriest, our director for Game 2 of today's game. That's the second seed, Portageville Bulldogs, versus the 15th seed, Greenville Bears. And we're already underway with one game. Bernie defeated East Carter County in the first game of today's tournament. And for the first two games, it's just like last year.
Yes.
The same two matchups. We had Bernie and East Carter, and also we got Portageville and Greenville for this second game of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. So not a whole lot changed from last year, but we're going to see some different players on the floor. Of course, Portageville graduated 7 seniors from last year's state championship team. A lot of new players, got some young kids coming up, sophomores, juniors playing. So we're going to see a lot of different faces on the Portageville Bulldogs team this year.
Yes, and we noticed also Greenville's got quite a few kids out this year. It looks like they're running about 12 kids. So good deal there at Greenville, rebuilding that program.
Sure. We got the Greenville Bears coached by Chris Moody, and of course the Portageville Bulldogs coached by Jim Bidewell, assisted by Ron Riddle and Jason Irby. So we're about a minute and a half from the game start. Of course, this year's 53rd annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament brought to you by YHC TV along with New Wave Communications. And Ed Gargas here is along with New Wave Communications. It's the proud joint venture we got going on this year, playing all the games, all 26 games of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament live on YHC TV on Channel 21 of New Wave Communications, and also live on the web at yhctv.com.
Also, we'd like to hear from you during the game. Go ahead and shoot us an email at sports@yhctv.com. For those of you just joining us, real quick Game 1 recap. Just like last year, Bernie Mules came out looking pretty good, and they ran a lot. They were victorious over the East Carter Redbirds. Final score there was 88-18. So now, as Tyler said, we're getting ready to start Game 2 as we're going to turn it over to the score table there to announce the starting lineup. Tyler, are you going to have those for us?
We don't have the starters.
We'll get them as they're announced then. You got it.
And we have the starters now for the Greenville Bears. Number 5, Trevor Bennett, sophomore. Number 10, Jacob Simmons, a senior. Number 13, Nick Wren, a senior. Number 34, Dylan Roden, a senior. And also number 1, that's Jacob Wood, 5'7" senior. And starting for the Portageville Bulldogs, number 1, Tevin Walker, a sophomore. Number 2, a junior, Isaac Ray. Number 24, a junior, Fernando Menes. Number 32, Roderick Booker, a junior. And number 34, a junior, Jake Young. A whole lot of new faces out there for the Bulldogs this year. Only returning legitimate player from last year's Fred Treadwell, a junior, gave some good minutes for the Bulldogs last year on their state championship team. So we're looking at pretty much 4 new faces out there for the Bulldogs this year.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that, Tyler. I ran off this morning, forgot to bring last year's book, so I don't have who started for the Greenville Bears last year. But, again, they're going to be a young team. They're still struggling to find out who they are.
And Portageville wins the tip. Tevin Walker, one of the new faces, and played very well. We've already done a few Portageville games this year on YHC. He's played very well, especially for a sophomore coming up. Menace drives the baseline, puts it up to Jake Young. Up, no good.
Good rebound there by 32.
That's Rogers Booker with the rebound and putback, plus the foul. He'll have a chance for a three-point play. And the free throw up, good. And we have a foul on the play. Foul's going to be on Ronders Booker, his first. All right, for the Greenville Bears, we have
Jacob Wood with the ball.
Yeah, Jacob Wood out front. And I remember him from last year. They got a few returning players, Wood and also Wren out front. So they're going to have some experience in this Bluefield Christmas tournament to start off this game. And Greenville turns it over early on and go back to Portageville.
In Greenville, they like to play a style of a lot of ball control, half-court offense.
And that's Fernando Menace with a putback.
Portageville out to a quick 5-0 lead.
And that's Portageville's game. Get out to a quick lead and basically front run the whole game out front. Apply pressure defense, get some turnovers, make it a full court game, stretch it out, and get ahead early and let the defense take care of the rest.
Turnover there on the inbound.
Pushes it up to Tevin Walker. He gives it back up to Isaac Ray, and he scores on the transition basket. 7-0 already for Portageville. And the Bears turn it back over. And like you said, Greenville's game is ball control, especially against this feisty Portageville team. Ball control is going to be very key for them to keep up with the Bulldogs. And into the game is number 3, Jansen Dorst, a 5'10 sophomore for the Bulldogs.
Coach Moody's not going to be real happy with a couple of quick turnovers there by his Bears, but get a couple minutes in them, they'll settle down, I expect, and but contribute that a little bit also to those Bulldog defense.
Oh yes, and Jim Bowell's Bulldogs are well known for their defense, and they, you got to be prepared for that and be able to scheme for it. And it's awful difficult to do. And a lob in, missed underneath, picked up and put back in by Fernando Menace.
Man, he's got great leaping ability.
Oh, he sure does. And it's Wood pushing the ball up the right side. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Portageville. Darst with the ball on the left side. Isaac Ray on the baseline. Tevin Walker will work the right side. He'll go baseline, puts it up. And a nice putback.
32.
There by Ronders Booker. Nice rebound, nice touch to put it back up and in.
And there's Bulldogs go to that full court press.
Yeah, that's Darst with the pressure. Knocks it out of bounds. Greenville keep possession. Look for a long pass down court. That's Jacob Wood. Goes up, fouled on the play. Nice little scheme there on the inbounds. They didn't have anybody back for a safety. Man-to-man, and just run full court and get that easy basket.
Darst showing a lot of effort there getting back on that play.
Sure.
So let's see if Woods can get him on the board.
The foul's on Jansen Darst, his first. Shot up no good by Wood. Got a few new Bulldogs into the game. Who do we have?
Got number 10. I'm not tracking his number for the Bulldogs.
And
number
the
20.
Second shot up by Wood is good.
I'm not showing a number 20 on the Bulldogs either at this time, Tyler. So
all right, we're going to do our best to keep up with these guys.
Coach Bible may have some of his JV guys up here and didn't have them on the roster.
Sure.
Get them a little more playing time and some experience.
Yeah, I do recognize number 10 here. I think also number 20. They play on their JV, play very well on the JV. We'll do our best to get our names by the end of the game. And that's timeout by the Bulldogs. We'll go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be right back.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
And we're back. Portageville inbounds after the timeout.
Ray with the ball down low to Menace, showing that leaping ability again. That's good.
That's a strong 2 for Menace. And he's going to have big shoes to fill from last year. The Bulldogs had a few good players that played down low, and he's proven himself to fill those shoes here early on.
Nick Wren successful in getting the ball down off the back end. Nick Wren, the senior, 6 foot tall, going down low with the big guys.
And I remember Wren from last year. He was one of the, probably hardest working guards last year, last year's tournament.
Kind of has a little bit of a slasher style. He's
Sure.
not real big, but he likes to go in there and cut through the defense and try to get it off the board.
And that's not a bad scheme to go against these Portageville Bulldogs with. The slash, they're going to, Portageville's going to be aggressive man-to-man. That's, a good offense is to actually attack that pressure and actually get the back door and the slash and cuts to get to the basket and get some easy hoops.
Yeah. First one was good by Wren, obviously, as you saw there on your picture. And the second one also. So we'll see now. Okay, it looks like the Bears going to come out with a little full court press. Handled easily by the Bulldogs. That was Jake Young down low with the ball, missing the first. We got Tevin Walker taking the ball out.
Jake
there
Young
we go.
Underneath for an easy 2.
Jake Young exhibiting a little bit of leaping ability there on that inbound play. Everybody hustling for the ball. Possession is going to go to the Bears. Wood bringing the ball up for the Bears. Defense there by Menace.
And nice dribbling there by Menace for an easy 2.
A lot of athleticism displayed there by Menace.
Oh, sure. Great defense also.
Yeah.
And Darst is applying the pressure again. He's going to pick up his second foul. Yep. 4th foul for the Bulldogs.
Again, we got number 10 coming back in. We're working to get his name for you. We should hopefully have those here soon. And number 20 as well. Defense there by Walker for the Bulldogs.
Shot up by
Roden.
No good. Oh. And that was Tevin Walker. Just about half a step behind there, and there's a backboard violation on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach Bywell's not going to be happy about seeing something like that. That's just a little mental mistake there, not paying close attention to the detail of where you're at on the court.
Sure.
Simmons passed over to Wren. Back to Simmons. Tied up. Gets the ball. Wren breaking back door and good.
There's
Foul.
Wren again taking advantage of the pressure. Gets that backdoor cut for an easy 2. Chance for a 3-point play. Nice play by Wren.
Foul on number 20, and again, we're efforting to get his name.
Diligently, very diligently to get that to you. Again, we want to try to be on our best game for the 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament because, once again, it's live, so we want to bring a good program to you.
And the 3 is good. For the and 1. Excuse me, Tyler. For the old traditional
nice
three-point
pass
play.
underneath.
32.
Goes to Rondres Booker. He's got 7 in the game.
I think he's going to get a foul. Okay, we got that's update on the Bulldogs. Number 10 is Deion Foster, and number 20, I believe is Denzel Simmons. But we're sure on the Simmons.
That foul was on Rondres Booker. That'll be his second.
Shot
And
up by Roden.
Roden up with a 3, no good. Nice look.
Walker bring the ball up court. Over to Foster.
Nice defense there by Wren. Almost got a breakaway, but couldn't quite handle it. Bulldogs will keep it.
So there with 2:32 to go, Bulldogs out by 13. You see the score there at the bottom of your screen.
And Steve Buchanan, sophomore for the Bulldogs in the game. He puts up the shot, no good. And it'll be out of bounds over to the Bears. And another substitution in for the Bulldogs.
Number 30 be Blake Posey. Coach Bodwell using this opportunity to get some fresh legs in, rest those legs for later in the game.
Wren puts up a 3, no good, rebounded by Ray. And Greenville's looking for some quick shots. They know that they're going to have to get as many shots as they can in this game to be able to keep up with the pace of Portageville.
Posey
looks
loses the handle. Rebound by Roden there, the takeaway. Ball brought up by Wood.
And deflected out of bounds by Menace. We have a few substitutions in here for the Bears. We have Perry Meyer, a junior, and did you catch who came in for the Bulldogs? I think it was is that number 20 or
yes.
Denzel Simmons back into the game. Or hopefully that's the right name. We're going to go with it until somebody tells us otherwise.
We're sure of the Simmons part.
Oh, it's Deion Foster. We're hoping they're right. So
just don't know about the first name. Nice pass there.
Oh, nice look underneath.
By Perry Meyer.
Looking for Bennett, and he's going to travel, giving it back over to the Bulldogs.
Last couple of series here, the Bears have been trying to get the ball down to number 5 there, Trevor Bennett.
And deflected out of bounds. Looked like it was initially going to be off of Portageville, off of Posey there, but I guess
maybe they thought Simmons was standing on the line there.
Sure.
Ball into Simmons. Over to Menace. Off the board. Can't go. Menace with his own rebound. Up strong from the left side. That's his 10th point for the quarter, Tyler. Menace is coming out hot and really carrying the load there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and he's got all of them in there right in between the blocks. He's done very well getting rebounds and putbacks, as you saw there. And he's going to be very vital for them to be competitive in this tournament. Yeah. And the foul will be on Trevor Bennett.
It's like Posey sits down as Walker back in for the Bulldogs. And Menace misses with the and 1. Rebound by Bennett. Out to Meyer. Good defense there by Buchanan, but
that's Jacob
Simmons staying with it. And gets the 2.
Tevin Walker stuck in the backcourt. Ball's
down
over
to
Simmons.
Steal by Wren. Still take it in. Layup. No good. Out on the Bulldogs.
Nice defense there by Wren. He's really getting into the passing lanes early on, making some deflections. Happened to get that out in front of him so he could have a chance on the goal. Just missed it, and they're going to retain the possession, though. 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. 21-8, as you see there on your screen.
Jake Wood with a 3, no good. Rebound there by number 2, Isaac Ray. Back to Menace. Down low to Ray, no good. Looks like
Foul be on Isaac Ray, his first. And I believe we're going to be in
1-1 for the
here.
Bears.
Yeah, 17 foul for the Bulldogs. And we'd like to let you know this game is brought to you by Butler Drugstore in Portageville, located in downtown Portageville, located at 222 East Main Street in Portageville. Have your drugs, gifts, and jewelry. That's Dr. Trey Roan, pharmacist there at Butler Drugstore. Great guy, supports all the athletics of the Portageville Bulldogs. Sure appreciate them coming on for the tournament. That's Butler Drugstore in Portageville. That's Tevin Walker for three, no good.
With his own rebound. Good hustle there by Walker. Menace down low. Splits the defense.
And that's
Up and
another
good.
two by Menace. He's had a strong quarter.
And with under 10 seconds, Wood pushing the ball up court. Foul there was on number 22, Dominique Walker. Wood at the line for the 1-on-1. Gets the roll. 23-9. Portageville Bulldogs. Rebound by Menace. He'll push it up court.
Got a quick shot to put up here by Tevin Walker, up, no good. And that brings us to the end of the second game, or into the first quarter. How about that? Let's go the first quarter first. And we have a first quarter score of 23-9. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on cars.com or autotrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
And we're back. Bulldogs with the ball to start the second quarter. Down low to Booker.
And before the quarter was out, Dominique Walker, freshman for the Bulldogs, is into the game. And nice up and under move by Tevin Walker. Nice move there. As I was saying, freshman Dominique Walker into the game. He committed that foul right before the quarter break. And he's a strong player coming on for the Bulldogs as a freshman. Very impressive.
Walker stepped out of bounds on the steal. Ball stay with the Bears.
So we all know Dominique Walker played very well for the football team this year. And it's hard to step in and play any varsity sport as a freshman. So he's done it in 2 sports now. So he's looking very good for the Bulldogs.
Nice three there by Perry Meyer.
That's a 3 ball for Perry Meyer, 5'7" junior for the Bears.
Nice give and go there. Menace just couldn't quite handle the pass there from Ray. It's Darsh to check in for the Bulldogs, as well as Foster, number 10. Whoa.
And a traveling violation. Long pass on the inbound. That was Perry Meyer. Got his feet out from under him, traveled on the play. Portageville ball.
Bulldogs working to get the ball down low to Booker. Steal there, take away by the Bears defense as Wren brings the ball up court. Booker favoring that knee just a little bit. We'll see if he bounces back. Good defense there by Booker. No call on the block. Roden with the 3. Rebound Simmons for the Bulldogs as he brings the ball down court over to Darst. Oop, excuse me, that was Foster. Thanks, Tyler. Set me straight. Number 20, Simmons. Number 10 is Foster. Simmons with the shot for the Bears won't go as Foster, again, number 10 is Foster for the Bulldogs, brings the ball up across the line of Darst.
Nice cut there by Foster, puts it up no good.
Down low to Walker. Walker, like you said, Foster with a good cut. Just couldn't get the ball to fall. Walker won't go. Rebound. This time Booker with the rebound. He gets the shot to fall. Walker with a foul there. Again, the freshman. Intense defense.
And this game is also brought to you by Ellington Insurance, located in downtown Portageville at 200 East Main Street. Check them out at ellingtoninsurance.com. And they wish season's greetings to all the fans and players of this year's 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Check them out at ellingtoninsurance.com. First shot up by Wren is good. That's his first of the quarter. 6th of the game. And Greenville's shooting very well from the line. They're about, they're 6 of 7 from the line so far. They're shooting very well, so that's going to be one thing for them to try to do is get to that line as much as they can. Although they did miss the last one. Nice little jinx there. Sorry about that. Oh, and there's a
pass by Darst.
Ball thrown away, and we have another email to check on. This is from Shannon and Tisha McGowan. Very good video quality. And we're unable to attend the tournament due to weather conditions in central Missouri, but glad to be able to watch it on the internet. Keep up the good work, and hi to all of our family in Bernie. Again, that's Shanna and Tisha McGowan. Send us their emails, so be sure to send us your emails as well. We want to keep you posted on all the games going on. And meanwhile, we have a turnover, and that's Foster pushing the ball down the court. He's going to get a layup and the foul.
Shannon and Tisha, probably family relations to Jordan McGowan, who had a very good first game for the Bernie Mules. But there you go. You see it, Foster with the breakaway pass and puts it in. And now he'll try the traditional and one to get the 3-point.
Had quite a few emails so far. That's our 3rd email. Keep them coming. All you have to do is send them to sports@yhctv.com. sports@yhctv.com. Keep them coming. We'll put your comments right on the air. Meanwhile,
Jake Young with the putback.
Jake Young with a putback. That's his.
Jake Wood bringing the ball up court for the Bears. Simmons with the defense for the Bulldogs. Menens. Wren broke free and then tried to jump it over to Simmons. Couldn't quite connect with the pass.
And that's Dominique Walker with the basket and the foul.
On Bennett.
That's Dominique Walker's first 2 of the game. Foul is on
Bennett.
Trevor Bennett, his 3rd.
So he'll come out and be replaced by number 15, Tim Freimeyer, the junior.
Rebound, Jake Young, strong rebound. And he's going to go to the line.
I think that foul might be on Simmons, number 10. And it is his first. So, little discrepancy in the score, but there's not a discrepancy in the intensity. The Bears are still playing some very fired up basketball, hustling on both ends of the court. Just haven't been able to get the shots to fall.
And as tough as, as good as the Portageville defense moves, as Jake Young drops his second free throw. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get any kind of offensive rhythm against the Bulldogs, but they're going to get an easy one here. Wren with another breakaway, misses it.
Rebound there by Freimeyer, and foul's going to be on number 20.
That was
Simmons.
Nick Wren, as we saw earlier, getting that breakaway, and that's one thing you have to defend against if you're going full court man-to-man. If you don't have anybody behind you, one of the quick guards can just do a full court sprint and have a chance to get an easy one. That's what Nick Wren just did.
Freimeyer good on the first. Ten-team fouls for the Bulldogs, so the Bears will be in the bonus remainder of the first half. Freimeyer can't connect with the second. Rebound by Trevin Walker. He goes all the way, no good. Menon's rebound. I believe that was Walker with the putback, number 1.
Well, I believe it was Walker with the first shot missed. And did you catch who the putback was by?
Yeah, it was Walker also. He missed the first shot, and then Menon's missed, and then Walker with the tip back. No, Tevin Walker, number 1. Little guy in there showing his leaping ability.
Pass down, and it's going to be, is that
To
a foul?
Dominique
Knocked out of
Walker.
bounds, okay.
Out of bounds on the Bears. Booker, strong move. Follow up by Ray.
And we talked about Greenville missing the shots, not getting them to fall. And you can see Portageville has missed quite a few shots as well. They're just able to get their offensive rebound and have another shot at it.
Their athleticism and leaping abilities really showing on the offensive boards. First one good by Ray. So 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 38-14 Bulldogs. Rebound Ray, or excuse me, Tevin Walker. Down to Dominic Walker. Shot up, rebound by Walker, own rebound. Booker rebound strong.
And finally
roll.
put up and in by Booker.
So what was that, 4 offensive boards on that series by the Bulldogs?
Yeah, that's what Portageville's been able to do very well early on. And we're going to stay right here with you and also tell you this game's brought to you by A-Plus Family Clinic. A-Plus Family Clinic located in Portageville at 203 East 3rd Street in Portageville. That's Lorna A. Turnage, FNP. Get a hold of them at 573-379-2100. There in Portageville. Fine folks right there. Always support the Portageville Bulldogs in their season. We sure appreciate them. A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville.
Yes, earlier you mentioned Trey Rowan at Butler Drugs and the guys there at Ellington Insurance. You know, those guys, they're great community supporters, big supporters of the National Wild Turkey Foundation or Federation also. Seen them at the banquet down there. But, you know, they love their Bulldogs, and we're proud to have them here as sponsors and help us bring the tournament to you.
Yep, that's Trey Rowan with Butler Drugs and also Mark Riggins.
Mark
Ellington
Riggins, yes.
Insurance.
I apologize, I didn't mention Mark.
And shot put up by Jake Young, fouled on the play.
Foul was on Nick Wren, his third.
First shot up by Young, no good. We have a couple of substitutions in. For the Bears, we have Trevor Bennett back in, and also
Jake
Perry
Wood.
Meyer. And did you catch who got the Bulldogs?
No.
Did not.
I was trying to catch the Bears. I apologize.
So I did, so I guess we doubled up on the Bears. Shot was up and in by Young.
That's my bad, Tyler. I got the Portageville side of the court. That's Perry Meyer with the three. That's his second three of the game, I believe.
Yep, sure is. And Jake Young back on the other end, get his shot blocked. Nice block there by Bennett, but it's put back up and in. Who catch who that was?
I believe it's number 24, Fernando Menace.
Okay. And there's a foul on the play. Foul will be on Isaac Ray, his second. Third. First shot up by Wood. Jacob Wood's good. His first of the quarter. Third shot is good for Wood. That gives him 4 for the game, 2 in the quarter. We're right at 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ball put back a few times, 3 times for a fourth, no good. And Jake Young will be a push in the back. And then, like I said earlier, Portageville having a hard time getting those easy buckets underneath. If they'd be able to convert a lot of these, this game would probably be a bigger deficit for the Bears than it is right now.
Booker and Menace both getting a lot of offensive rebounds, showing their leaping ability, but just haven't been able to get the putback.
And that gives an easy 2 free throws for Dylan Roden, the 5'8" senior. First up good, his first of the game. I always hate to see that. You know, you're a full court away from the basket, you foul a player, and you send him to the line when you're in the bonus. Second shot up, no good.
Foster bringing the ball down for the Bulldogs. Being guarded by Wood out front. Ball to Booker. Back to Foster. Good defense there by Wood with the takeaway. And a 3. Rebound again by the Bulldogs. Booker with the rebound.
And there's a travel call.
Foul on Menace.
On Menace. Took probably an extra half of a step there. .2:11 remaining here in the second quarter.
Roden with the 3. And Menace with the rebound.
And a pass in by Walker.
Intended
out of bounds.
For Jake Young. Just couldn't quite connect with it. Bulldogs staying with full court press. Splits the defense that time. Roden can't get it to fall.
A lot of missed easy baskets here early on in this game. That's kind of surprising to see from both teams, really. That's Dominique Walker. He'll travel the lane.
Rebound Young up. It's like a foul going to be on Bennett. Is that his second? Yes.
Be on Jacob Simmons, his second.
Oh, excuse me. Bennett's number 5, Simmons 10. That's why they wear those numbers on the jersey, to make it easy for us, isn't it, Tyler?
Sure. First up by Young is good.
Walker come back in for Fernando Menace for the Bulldogs. Ball out on Darce, so it'll go to the Bears. So it's Tevin Walker that came in for Menace.
And as you mentioned, Jansen Darst, he's one of the young Bulldogs that are stepping up as a sophomore, playing some varsity ball. So we're going to be seeing a lot of that from the Bulldogs this year, some younger talent coming up. When you graduate 7 seniors, it's hard to bring anything back, but let alone a great team. And they're coming in at the 2nd seed of this tournament, so that tells you that they got good turnover there at Portageville to bring in every year.
Coach Bidwell's been very successful at building a tradition-rich program. So it's not that he rebuilds, but he just kind of reloads.
Reloads, yep. And Portageville, the defending Class 2 state champions, played in the championship game of last year's Bloomfield Christmas tournament, lost to the Bernie Mules. So that tells you something about this tournament. Portageville's the state champion, but Bernie the Christmas tournament champion. So never know what to expect in this tournament.
Right. Well, Coach Bidwell talked with him last week. He said, you know, they're still just a little green, working out some cobwebs, getting their ball movement together, and as we've been talking about, trying to get those shots to fall on the putbacks. But he builds his team and practicing his team for the end of the season. And the Christmas tournament's still a little early.
Sure. That's Tevin Walker on the score. And Portageville, they, you know, it seems like they peak at the right time every year. They start out a little slow, but they slowly develop as the year goes on. It's just like last year. They lost big to Bernie in the championship, but ended up winning the state championship. So, and that brings it into the second quarter. We're at halftime now. Portageville Bulldogs going to halftime on top of the Greenville Bears, 46-20. You're watching the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament live on YHC TV and YHCTV.com. Glad you've joined us, and we'll be back for some halftime stats and discussion. Don't go away.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com. And if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
And welcome back. We're at halftime of Game 2 of the 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament between the 2nd seed Portageville Bulldogs and the 15th seed Greenville Bears. I'm Tyler Wagner along with Ed Gargas of New Wave Communications. And we're here at halftime, 46-20 for the Portageville Bulldogs at half. Portageville leads by 26 at half. And we'll get a quick recap of the first half. We have for the Bulldogs leading scorer for the half, Fernando Menace with 14. Rondres Booker with 11, followed by Jake Young with 8. Tevin Walker with 6, and followed up by Isaac Ray with 3, Dominique Walker 2, and also Dion Foster with 2. And for the Greenville Bears, leading scorer, actually 2 leading scorers, Perry Meyer with 6, has 2 threes in the first half, along with Nick Wren with 6, and followed up by Jacob Wood with 4, and also Tim Freimeyer with 1, and Dylan Roden with 1 as well. So, Ed, what'd you think of the first half?
Well, it's kind of what we expected. We knew Coach Bidwell was going to want to get a lot of legs in as he tries to do that early in the year, play a lot of players to see how he wants to build his chemistry for the end of the season. They came out, they pressed hard, they showed a lot of athleticism. As you mentioned before the game, they got a couple of great athletes down there. I didn't expect to see as many putbacks as what we're seeing. Portageville is doing a great job on the offensive end, getting the offensive rebound with Booker and Minens displaying their leaping ability, and also Jake Young there also. But I didn't expect to see quite as many, and I don't mean that to sound bad. I just, a little better touch on the ball, but it's early on a Saturday morning also, day after Christmas. The Bears came out with the intensity. They're showing a lot of effort on both ends of the court. Nick Wren showing a lot of hustle there, breaking the press, getting free for the long pass and stuff. So, and even though they found themselves in a hole as far as the point differential early, about midway through the first quarter, they've not given up any of their intensity. They're pressing hard. They got a lot of guys breaking to the basket, and they're guarding the ball on every possession. So glad to see that out of the Bears.
Sure, I'm sure the Greenville Bears and Coach Moody talking about it at halftime that, keeping those guys off the boards, that's one thing. They're very athletic. They get in position well, but they're going to fight that much harder to have better position underneath to get those rebounds and not let Portageville get those putbacks. If it weren't for those putbacks that Portageville's getting, I tell you, this would be probably within 15 points, I would imagine, if they could keep them off the board. So that's something they're really going to pursue in this second half.
You're absolutely right there. And one thing I am extremely impressed with is, every time Portageville puts the ball up, you look down there, there's been 3 or 4 white jerseys jumping up for that rebound. And so Coach Bidwell's got his team coached well in that everybody crashes the board for those rebounds. And Bears, they got to do a little better job of blocking out their guy so that they can give themselves a shot. Because right now it's about one Bear against 3 or 4 Bulldogs going up for the round ball, and Bulldogs are going to keep pulling it down and putting it back in that case, in that situation.
Sure. And as we mentioned earlier, Greenville and Portageville have the same seeds as last year coming in, and Greenville's performing better than they did last year. I can't remember last year's score, but I can just tell from the feel of the game how it's going. They're more competitive this year, bringing back probably the same kind of.
Last year's score was 59-26. So Bears obviously showing a little more offensive prowess this year versus last year's game. And, Portageville pretty well playing the same type of ball.
Sure, we expect Portageville to play the same kind of ball every year. So we're going to come back with the third quarter, the second half of this second game between Portageville and Greenville. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Stay with us. And we're back, about to get set for the third quarter, and we have a few emails come back in. We have an email from Jasmine Porter wishing good luck to the Bulldogs in the 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Sure appreciate that, Jasmine, from Portageville. And also we have Tyler Thompson from South Pemiscot, getting outside of the viewing area here with South Pemiscot, and says, hopefully I won't be knocking my 2 front teeth out this year at the tournament. I don't know if that's a bad experience in the past or just hopefully there's not going to be any snow, but either way, be sure and stay safe up here. We have a chance to get some snow, so we sure appreciate that comment from Tyler Thompson, obviously watching over the internet down at South Pem. Sure appreciate that comment. Keep those emails coming to sports@yhctv.com. Send us your comments about your home team, and also tell us what's coming up.
Tyler Thompson's the senior player for the South Pemiscot Bulldogs.
Right.
I guess he caught an elbow last year.
He might have caught an elbow or
hopefully he
something
got
like
his
that.
mouth guard with him this year, but glad to see the South Pemiscot people keeping up with the tournament on YHCTV.com prior to coming up for their game later this evening.
Sure.
So they'll be playing, I guess it's the Hayti Indians.
Hayti Indians will be a Boot Hill Conference matchup here in this year.
5:30 this evening.
Yep, this evening. Be sure to stick around for that. And now we're underway in the third quarter.
The Bears to start with the ball. Simmons with the shot, won't go. Rebound by Walker, Tevin Walker. Isaac Ray with a strong move from the baseline.
Nice drive there. That's Isaac Ray, his 5th point of the game.
Roden with the errant pass. Menace with the ball and the takeaway. Good defense there by the Bears, forcing the turnover by Menace. Ray with the breakaway and the roll. Simmons, good defense, making sure he didn't foul.
Jacob Wood brings the ball up for the Bears.
Roden with the 3 shot. Won't go. Bennett rebound. Woods will take it. Off the front of the rim. Ray with the rebound. Over to Tevin Walker. Pushes it up to Booker. And the shot falls. Going to be a foul on Simmons, it looks like. As Booker will go to the line for the traditional 3. Trevor Bennett's 3rd foul. Free throw good by Booker. Woods tries to push the ball up the court for the Bears. Simmons with the jumper, won't go. Booker with the rebound. Young with the good move. And the layup.
Nice move there by Young. Takes the baseline. And I was looking over at the bench over at Greenville, and that's Chris Moody. And I believe this is his 1st year with Greenville. I do recognize that he's not the coach they had last year.
Ran with a shot, gets rejected, his own rebound. Can't get it to go off the glass.
He looks awful familiar. I wonder if I went to school with him at college or not. He sure seems awful familiar.
He's from Southeast Missouri. I don't remember exactly what school he went to, high school, but He's very familiar here with the tournament, I believe. Maybe we can catch up with him between games, talk a little bit more about him tomorrow.
That's Denzel Simmons up for a strong 2. His first 2 of the game. Well, I tell you, there's a lot of coaches that I went to school with, college that is, that are coaching right now. You've got Dustin Hicks, Bloomfield's coach. Also Jason Carnes, his assistant. Also have Casey Knight, who went to school with. He's from Risco. Knew him from a very young age. He's coaching at East Prairie now. Coached Richland last year. And probably quite a few other coaches that I'm leaving out that I can't think of right now. A lot of young coaches in and around this area right now. It's good to see. And we've got 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Portageville still up 57-20. And we've got
a foul on Foster. Defense there by Roden. Good pass to Jake Young.
He runs the floor very well. Oh, Jake does. He's been a solid player for the Bulldogs early on this year. And mainly plays down low, and that's what they're really going to need from him, is to be a very efficient player down low for them. And he's done very well so far, especially coming in as a junior. Got a foul on the Bulldogs. And I believe that's going to be on Denzel Simmons. That's his third of the game. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
And we're back with you. And we will let you know this game's brought to you by Ellington Insurance. That's located in downtown Portageville, 200 East Main Street in Portageville. They wish season greetings to all coaches, players, fans, and administrators out here at the 53rd Annual Bluefield Christmas Tournament. That's Ellington Insurance. Anything from home, health, auto, also commercial insurance. Check them out at ellingtoninsurance.com. And we're back with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Greenville inbounds, going to have a shot by Jacob Wood. He's fouled on the play. He's going to go to the line. Foul will be on. Looks like Simmons. If I get the number correct,
fourth.
That is Simmons' fourth foul. Denzel Simmons. Shot up good by Wood.
Coach Bob, we're going to let Simmons keep on playing for a little bit.
And we have Tim Freimeyer back into the game for the Bears. Shot up no
Rebound
good by Wood.
by Fernando Menace.
And look underneath. Easy put up by Blake Posey.
Blake Posey.
He gets his first two of the game.
Stuck around the back door there, weak side.
Wood stuck out front, guarded by Dominic Walker. That's Ram with the ball. He's going to drive the left side and throws it away. Turns it, or no, deflected away. It's going to stay with the Bears.
Wood with the three. Rolls in and out. Foster the rebound. He'll push it all the way. And he's fouled.
Nice finish there by Foster. Takes the rebound coast to coast. Going to have a chance of three-point play. Foul is on Perry Meyer.
His first. Scramble for the ball. Get to go with the Bears.
And for all of you watching, don't forget about our Sports Roundtable show, the Sports Roundtable. That's on Saturday mornings live at 10 a.m. on YHC TV Channel 21 on New Wave Communications Cable. And it's replayed at 4. All of you people, even those without New Wave Communications Cable.
And a clean steal there by Foster, just swiped it away from Wren. Wren kind of gave it the double look, like what happened to the ball?
Yeah. And speaking of the round table, you can check that out 10 a.m. live, and you can watch that via internet as well as you are right now at yhctv.com. Check that out. It's a local sports show, the first of its kind here in Southeast Missouri and also Northeast Arkansas. Check out players, coaches, administrators, sports writers, and just talk about local sports. You can join myself and also Ed Gargas in from time to time on the round table. Had you in a few last week, so it's a great show. We hope you tune in.
Isaac Ray.
There's
Wren
a drive
with
by
the drive.
Wren. Nice
Nice
drive.
shot.
Nick Wren, his 8th of the game. First pair in the third quarter.
Nice pass there by Jake Young to Isaac Ray. For the
That's his
5
8th of
foot
the
jumper.
quarter. 8th of the quarter, 11 in the game for Isaac Ray. Down to a minute and a half remaining in the third quarter.
Nice pass inside to Wren, just can't get it to go.
And that's Deion Foster taking it to stretch again. He puts it up for an easy 2. And we hope you stick around for our next game coming up. That'll be
Kennett
and Puxico. The 3rd seed Kennett Indians versus the 14th seed Puxico Indians. That's at 11:30. Hopefully you'll stick around for that game. And especially if you're a Portageville fan, because if you win the next game between whoever, we'll say Portageville is going to advance in this game, the winner of Haytown and South Penn, you get by that, and you'll play the eventual, possibly either one of these teams, Kennett or Puxico. So you'll definitely want to check out these teams for later in the tournament.
Darsh with the shot and the roll.
Well, it's a soft touch there by Darsh, and that's what it takes to land that shot right there. Nice backspin, falls right in. That's Darsh's first 2 points of the game.
Wood loses his dribble. Whoa.
Tough foul there underneath. Dominique Walker was in the lane. Got fouled, I believe, on the shot. Sure is, and the foul will be on Jacob Wood, his first. Team foul number 3 for the Bears sends Dominique Walker to the line. First shot up, no good. We got Roden back into the game, number 34.
as well as
And
number 5, Trevor Bennett.
Trevor Bennett back into the game. Second
Free
shot
throw
up.
good by
Good
Dominic
by
Walker.
Dominic Walker. His third of the game. First of the quarter.
Looked like there Perry Meyer just trying to get the shot off before the end of the quarter.
Long shot up, no good by the Bulldogs. That brings an end to the third quarter of game number 2 between the Bulldogs and the Bears of Portageville and Greenville. 74-23 at the end of 3. We'll be right back for your fourth quarter.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
And we're back, about to get set here for the fourth quarter. This game's brought to you by A+ Family Clinic. That's located in Portageville at 203 East 3rd Street in Portageville. Give them a call at 573-379-2100 for all your medical needs. Fine folks down there at A+ Family Clinic. They're in Portageville. They support their Bulldogs and also high school athletics. Sure appreciate those folks down at A+ Family Clinic.
Nice play there by number 1, Tevin Walker for the Bulldogs.
And we got another email in. And it's from Billy Wright.
Billy Pat Wright, representative.
Sure, you get that point, who that
159th
point was by.
district.
I didn't catch who got that basket, so.
Darce with the putback. Darce showing a bit of athleticism under the board as well for those Bulldogs. Ball out to Red for the Bears. Defense there by number 22, Dominic Walker, but as he stepped on the out-of-bounds lines there on the steal, ball will stay with the Bears.
And speaking of the emails from Billy Wright, it says, see you at 2:45 at the Dexter game. We're enjoying your broadcast now, but we look forward to seeing you this afternoon. And thank you for the video stream. That's from Representative Billy Pat Wright. Surely appreciate that from Representative Wright. And keep the emails coming. sports@yhctv.com, sports@yhctv.com. Sure having a good time with these emails coming in from all our viewers out there from wherever you are. Send them in. We'll be glad to hear from you.
Foul's going to be there against Dominic Walker. Foul committed by just a second here as he goes to the line. But Portageville showing a weakness there in the Bear defense. They keep having that give and go there to the left side of the lane as Walker misses his first. Foul was on number 10. That would be Simmons for the Bears, his fourth.
We got a new player in for the Bears. That's number 35. We don't have a name for that number. Do you have there in the booklet?
Number 25, Eric Simmons.
Oh, no, for the Bears. Greenville Bears had a substitution
I apologize.
in. Did I say Bulldogs?
Nope.
I apologize if I did, but that's number 35, and we do not have a name for him, so we apologize. And a travel on the Bulldogs. Going to turn it back over. Clock is running. We're right at 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 78-26, Portageville on top here of game number 2. And if you just joined us, we had a result from game number 1 between Bernie and East Carter County.
Nice shot by Nick Wren. Cross-court pass there from Roden.
Result of game 1, Bernie on top of East Carter County, as you see on the screen, 88-18. So that's the result of game 1. Hopefully you'll stick around with us for today's games. Meanwhile, a jump ball. Possession will stay with
the Bears.
Bulldogs.
Excuse me, Bulldogs.
We're just going to keep them on their toes there, Ed.
Absolutely. We're putting up a Bernie score. We're calling the white team the Bears, the black team the Bulldogs.
I tell you, that's where we're going, Ed. You got to keep up with us here.
I know it.
Here at YHC.
Darst with the ball. Pressure there by Wren. Over to Buchanan. Simmons tried to sneak there on the back door for the Bulldogs. But Buchanan didn't feel confident getting the pass to him. Down low. Okay, back out to Darst. Here we go with Simmons to the top. Buchanan drives the baseline. Floater won't go. Rebound there, but
Dominique Walker. Got a push in the back. I believe it was on him as well for that rebound. It sure was. That's his third personal foul. Turns it over the Bears. Right under 4 minutes remaining.
Push the ball up for the Bears. Looks for the three.
Perry Meyer with the three-point shot, no good.
Ball knocked out by Wren, so the ball stay with the Portageville Bulldogs.
And we're glad
Blake Posey in for the Bulldogs. As Dominic Walker have a seat.
Let's see if we can talk over each other for the whole game.
I apologize, Tyler.
Yeah, we're glad you joined us for today's game. Hopefully you'll stick around for our upcoming games we have coming up next. 3rd seeded Kennett versus 14th seeded Puxico. And that game is at 11:30 start time. And plenty of games left for you today, which right now we're 11:30, but it'll be our upcoming game. Meanwhile, a score by number 20.
Simmons.
That's Denzel Simmons.
Foster with the three, Meyer still won't go. Under 3 minutes to go in the game now. Nice pass inside to Simmons. Can't get the roll. Bennett with the rebound. He takes it all the way. Going to be called for the charge. Good defense there by Buchanan.
And we want to let you know this game's brought to you by Butler Drug Store. That's in Portageville and downtown Portageville at 222 East Main Street in Portageville. Give them a call at 379-5469 for all your drugs, gifts, and jewelry. Got a lot of great gifts down there. Hopefully you joined them to get some of your Christmas gifts for the holiday season. Got a great place. Dr. Trey Roan always supports the Bulldogs and also Portageville Athletics. Appreciate having him on for the tournament. And back to the action.
Got to have a foul there as Simmons puts the shot up. Foul on number 12, Chris Logan.
That's Eric Simmons for the Bulldogs, a sophomore.
If you're in Butler Drug there in the afternoon, you may get a chance to say hello to Mayor Sisson also.
Really?
Who helps out Trey there with prescriptions and things in the afternoon.
Sure. I think I met him before. Yeah, I didn't catch his name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Second one good for Simmons.
Minute remaining now in the game as Foster takes it away. Bears regain.
Meyer looking to take the three as Darst has stepped his pressure up a little bit out to the line. Freimeyer with the move. And shot can't go.
And we're now at 30 seconds remaining, clock's running. Portageville on top, looking to move on to the second round in this tournament. Foster's going to push it up. Goes in and a
Call
travel.
for the walk.
Now with 10 seconds remaining.
In and out.
A rim out there for Perry Meyer, which brings an end to game number 2 of the Boonville Christmas Tournament.
So there you see your final on the screen, 81-28. Portageville Bulldogs victorious.
And we'll be right back with some post-game analysis, especially great post-game analysis from your very own Ed Gargas, New Wave Communications. And we'll bring back some stats as well, so stick around for this year's 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament live right here on YHC and YHCTV.com.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
And welcome back. Here we're post-game of game number 2 between Portageville and Greenville, the second 15th seeds of this year's 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. And it's the Bulldogs victorious over the Bears, 81-28, your final score. And some quick stats for the game. Leading scorers for the Bulldogs is Fernando Menace, with 14, Rondres Booker with 14 as well, followed up by Jake Young with 12, Isaac Ray with 11, Tevin Walker with 8, Deion Foster also with 8, Denzel Simmons with 4, and Dominique Walker with 3, and then Blake Posey with 2. That's for the Bulldogs. And for the Greenville Bears, leading scorer was Nick Wren with 10, Perry Meyer with 6, Jacob Wood with 5, Tim Frymeyer with 1, also Dylan Roden with 1. And that's your final stats for the second game between Portageville and Greenville. As you expect, our first initial games with the higher seeds playing the lower seeds, is going to be some point differential there. But Portageville, they still had to play hard. They're going to play some of the other players. We saw Deion Foster and also Denzel Simmons, and also Jansen Darst come in and provide some good minutes for the Bulldogs. So that's what you want to do, is get ahead early in these early games, get some of those players some playing time so they can be used later on in the tournament. Also give some great experience in playing in this tournament, because they're going to be, as young players, they're going to be playing in this tournament for the next few years.
Yes, they are. And You know, we talked about that earlier in the game. Coach Bodwell, he likes to put a lot of players in early in the season so he can start seeing how his team's going to react to different situations and building his chemistry for that end of the season run towards state. But, you know, Portageville just displayed a lot of ball movement. They got 4 players in double figures, so that's key to there. But they just seem to have a little bit better jumpers, a little bit better athletes under the boards, as Minens and Booker just kept constantly crashing the boards, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Also Jake Young down there. So I think that was the key, is just a little bit more athleticism from the Bulldogs this game than the Bears. But I'd like to tip our hats to the Greenville Bears. You know, they knew it was going to be a challenge coming in, being the 15th seed against the number 2 seed first game. But the guys hustled through the whole game. They played defense the whole game. They just came up a little short in the leaping ability when it came time to get the rebounds. And also it looked like they couldn't quite get their three-point shots to start falling early in the game, and put a little hesitation in the later on in the game maybe and stuff. So, but just a great effort there by the Bears. Congratulations. Sure. Coach Moody having a strong team out this year, a lot of numbers. We wish him well the rest of the season. And also there, you know, Coach Bodwell, again, a great coach team. He's got great numbers out and got some athletes out there, so we're looking forward to seeing a lot of exciting basketball there in Portageville and the Bulldogs this year.
Sure. And both teams will move on. Greenville will go to the consolation bracket, and Portageville still in the championship bracket. And they'll play the winner of our game later on today. The Bulldogs will play the winner of our 7th seed Hayti Indians and the 10th seed South Pemiscot Bulldogs. Yes. And, of course, Greenville will play the loser of that game. So we've already seen Portageville and Hayti on YHC this year. Portageville won that game pretty handily, but Hayti was in that game the whole way. So if Hayti moves on, as they're expected to seed-wise, but you never know. And, you know, if they match up again, you never know. Playing each other already once, you know, it makes up for a good matchup 2 times here early on in the season. But that Hayti South Pem game is a Boot Hill Conference matchup, so you never know about that game.
Right, and I believe, you know, Hayti South Pem's just, you know, first game was close. I think the second time they played this year wasn't quite as close, but yeah, we're expecting to see a good game there. You know, those of you reading your bracket expecting to see the Kennett Indians playing the Puxico Indians. That game schedule started at 11:30. We got about 8.5 minutes left to go in the game, in the warm-up. And then that game will be broadcast here as we're wrapping up the Portageville-Greenville game. Tyler, I just want to say thanks again for letting me be here. I'm looking forward to my participation throughout the entire tournament. What YHC has been willing to take on the challenge to do to bring this whole tournament live. And New Wave Communications, we're very happy and proud to assist in bringing that technology. But we're proud to have you guys as part of our system and as part of our ability to bring to another service to our customers. And it's looking out, it's going to be a great tournament. We just thank you guys much for wanting to put the effort and the energy in to bring this event live, and we're happy to provide the technical assistance to do so.
Oh, yeah, and that's been most of the work, is the technical stuff that you guys have done with New Wave. So we sure appreciate y'all guys setting us up and getting us on for this tournament. It's going to be a blast. So stick around for the next game. We have 3rd-seeded Kennett Indians versus the 14th seed Puxico Indians for the game number 2, Portageville and Greenville. I'm Tyler Wagner along with Ed Gargis. Wrapping up this game. Stay tuned for the next one.